Evening everyone, and welcome back once again to Vicious Rants. And of course I'm your host, the one and only, often imitated and never duplicated backyard superstar Tim Vicious. And well, I'm doing a Tuesday edition of it because I'm going to be heading out tomorrow. I got stuff I'm going to be doing, and might as well just get it out now. Huge disclosure, yes, I'm going out hunting tomorrow, so let all the Elmer Fudd and Wascoey Wabbit jokes commence. Nothing? No? 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 Nothing? Nothing? I figured somebody would at least try and make a reference, like saying on how I'm like the Mountie now. Sometimes it sucks being me. Anyways, on with Raw last night. I personally thought it was good. There was a few things that were wrong with it, obviously, and there's always going to have its fair share of problems and issues with the shows no matter what they do, because if they didn't, I wouldn't be doing this. That's the cold hard truth. Anyways, first match of the night, actually it was the very start for the show, which is a big shock because normally we get pyro or promo. 99.9% of the time we get promos as opposed to pyro, but got CM Punk versus Luke Harper from the Wyatts. I absolutely loved it. I loved it, and I see this as a huge stepping stone for putting the Wyatts forward more so than they already are. And I know everyone's saying, oh yeah, they're going to bury them because they had them going with Kofi and then they had them going against The Miz. But here's the thing. It's anytime somebody ever debuts, they always have them go up and then down, and then they have to go back, and then they got to go and climb their way back up. Some people do, and some people do climb back up, and some people don't. Either way, on with the match itself, I thought it was a really good match. Harper, for a guy as big as he is, he moves around really solid. He's got good footwork in the ring that I absolutely love seeing. Not necessarily a big fan of his ring gear because he kind of reminds me of one of those dudes from Deliverance. I'm just waiting for him to yell, "I'm going to make you squeal like a piggy." And if he ever does, I'm officially going to wind up curling up in a fetal position and be scared for my life. Anyways, Punk wound up getting the win, which was actually a big shock for me because I thought Punk was going to let him get over on him. But instead of doing that, they're going to have him. Instead, Punk got the win with a roll-up. Nonetheless, I figured he was going to with a GTS to show that Punk's got the strength and the fortitude to do it, or with the Anaconda Vice. Either way, Punk won. Punk beat Harper. Owen came in. They both started beating him up, and then right out of nowhere, Bryan came out of nowhere with a chair, cracked either Owen or Harper, I can't remember which one, in the leg, and then went in, cracked the other one, went to go take a shot at Bray. Bray ducked, started working on him. Punk got the chair, hit him in the gut, and then it started going into a fight like that, and then they cleared the ring. I'm calling it now, Survivor Series. They're definitely going to wind up doing a tag match. Either it's going to be a 3-on-2 handicap, or it's going to be Punk and Bryan versus Owen and Harper, and Bray's going to wind up sitting ringside in that rocking chair hug. Yes, my children. That's my prediction for it. I absolutely am looking forward to this because this is everything that the Wyatts have been building up to do, to go after guys in the top tier ranks. And like I said, with the going down then up thing, this is their chance to climb up. They show that they can do this and put more than anyone thought they could into it. Guaranteed, they're going to be top guys. Not saying champions, but they're going to be top guys, and they're going to be names that wrestling fans, even people that don't like WWE, are going to be like, oh yeah, the Wyatts. That shit's fucking nuts. Alright, anyways, next match of the night, next match of the night was Ryback versus Khali. Oh God. Paul, why did you have to leave? Seriously, Paul Heyman leaves and then Ryback is forced to do matches with Great Khali again. Ugh. It's if it wasn't even like one of those beautiful kind of disasters that you would like looking at. If anything, I felt sorry for the referee because he was carrying that match and he had more wrestling moves than them both. Anyways, Ryback got the win with a clothesline. I guess they're done trying to show that he has that immense superhuman man-like strength and can pick him up for that shell shock. But next match was Kofi versus Del Rio, which don't even need to go into explanation on who won that one. It was Del Rio. But next match after that. Well, actually, before I get into that, something I wound up thinking on caught my eye last night. I saw it with it. It was Del Rio was actually mocking Kofi doing a bit. Now, it just as an idea, if they revamped Del Rio the right kind of way, they could have him actually mocking his opponents, whether he's gonna win or lose in the match. You know, when he's got the upper hand, have him get cocky enough to where he starts mocking them. You know, in any kind of way, anything that's their personal trademark. You know, like we'll say for fuck's sake, if he's going against Swagger or Cesaro again, next thing you know, they got him beaten down. Next thing you know, he goes and does this, and then goes and acts like a drooling idiot, saying "We the people," or like he did with Kofi. You know, something like that. Have him show that he's getting cocky and saying that he can beat anyone, you know, that kind of bit. I think that would work out for him. You can give him the same deal he's already got, but just put that for his in-ring. I think that would work wonders for him. Next match that they had was Randy Orton versus one of 3 people that you could pick by going on the WWE app now and download and make your choice. But be forewarned, we really won't use your vote. And you can definitely tell that them things are rigged because the people that they had, and I swear, WWE Creative wound up fighting Rob Van Dam's weed stash when they did this. Dolph Ziggler, Big E, and The Miz. And Ziggler came in 3rd, Miz came in 2nd, Big E came in 1st. Now, Big E aside, just the fact of Ziggler getting 13% of the vote and Miz getting 15% of the vote. Yeah, WWE Creative definitely wound up finding RVD's weed and was hitting it hard for that night, for that. Anyways, Big E versus Randy. I actually thought this was a really good match. This definitely showed me that Big E can hang and give top quality matches. I already know he could in NXT. Just didn't know if they would ever put him in anything like that on the main roster. It was nice to see. Absolutely loved it. You know, Randy, obviously, he got the win. Big E went to go for the ending. Randy pulled himself back, turned around. Big E turned around and then wham, got him with the RKO. And 1, 2, 3, that was it. You know, it was expected. You know, because you're not going to have the upstart rookie go and be the quote-unquote face of the WWE. So, but one thing that did get me irritated was Randall wound up doing a promo right before the match saying that You know, he's more of a man than all the people watching or the people in the back or any of the boys in the back. To which I say this, Randall, how many people in the back have 2 wellness violations? Then again, how many people in the back also were arrested for desertion when they were serving in the military? Because I guarantee I am more of a man than you will ever be. And if you don't like that, tough shit, eat some shrooms and deal with it. Because that's all you ever do, you fucking stoner. I do not like that. That pissed me off. Yeah, but next match was something I thought was really good. It was nice seeing Natalya and Tyson Kidd. They were doing a mixed tag match. It was really good to see Kidd back. Knew he was doing house shows and dark matches and all. Was waiting for when they would have him back on TV. Finally came back. Not a big fan of the scraggly hair right there. You know, I'd rather, if it doesn't seem right to him. He looks better with like the crew cut kind of hairstyle. You know, as long as it's not the going bald with just the shaved head with a little spiff right there, I'm good. But Natalya and Tyson Kidd versus Summer Rae and Fenn, they're finally color coordinated, or then it's another mixed tag match to put Summer Rae over. But anyways, the match, it was fairly decent. Big thing that a lot of people wound up even saying, and it's starting to irritate me, is when Summer Rae's in the ring, when she's wrestling, she's screaming, she sounds like a freaking weasel in a headlock. And it's driving me nuts. And if anyone winds up ever saying someone needs to put her down, before you do, call me. I'm single. Call me and let me know I'm single. I can take care of that. But if you want me to kill her, then that's a whole other story. But anyways, fairly half decent match. You know, when Kidd came in, I popped. You know, but I'm a big Kidd fan. He's a good workhorse and really impressive. It was good seeing Kidd. I kind of had to laugh a little because when he went to go and do the sharpshooter to end the match, he wound up crossing the legs the wrong way and then had to fix it real quick. You know, but anyways, that was a good solid match. I liked it. Next match was SmackDown rematch. It was Sandow and the Americans versus Cody, Goldust, and John Cena. Several big things that I liked about this match. One being Cena got his ass whipped. Sandow worked on Cena's arm, and what was the last one? Oh yeah, Cena got his ass whipped. I wound up laughing at his attempt of a Hurricanrana. All I could think is, really? You got like, you're not known for doing those kind of moves. You're basically known for lead feet, being on the ground kind of guy. Why are you going to go and try and do that? Don't try and show that, hey, I can really be a wrestler. Look, I know this move. No, somebody put in a cheat code to give you that one extra move to add to your 5 moves of doom. You know? Cody wound up doing really good on there. Goldust, I've always been a huge Goldust mark. Always like seeing Dustin in the ring. He wound up scoring the win for the match, wound up hitting the curtain call. I'd like to see him do a Shattered Dreams on somebody sometime soon before he winds up leaving WWE again, because yeah, it's all known that he's on a temp contract, but either way, I'd like to see him do a Shattered Dreams at least one last time on somebody and have it be worthwhile. You know, anyways, Next match, it was Ziggler versus Curtis Axel. In which case, I felt kind of torn because I was seeing the son of Mr. Perfect versus the guy who is supposed to be the son of Mr. Perfect. I like Axel. I really do. I even said right from the get-go when he came out and was revamped as Curtis Axel. You know, I like him. But, you know, I liked him back when he was McGillicuddy. But the fact is, he needs something that's actually all him. You know, he needs a gimmick that's all him instead of just getting pushed. He needs a gimmick that is his and he feels comfortable in. You know, like Stone Cold was Steve Austin's that he wound up making his own. You know, Axel needs his own like that. But Ziggler wound up winning the match. He caught the zigzag on him. It was a good semi-short. Don't want to say short, but yeah, might as well. Fuck it. It was a good semi-short length, regular TV length match, bouncing back and forth for somewhat. Ziggler got the win, hit the zigzag. Honestly, all I could think is that man can fucking sell. Definitely. You know, he'd sell a Bible to the fucking devil and have him convinced that he wrote it. Anyways, next match, it was the Usos versus the Job Squad. I mean 3MB, so go ahead, take a guess on who wins that one. And of course, the match of the night the match that is going to be my huge bitching on for the night, the ST Divas versus AJ, the she-he, and I'm pretty sure she's Romanian, Oksana, who does the infamous 5-minute headlock of doom. You know, but if you're not aware of who the ST Divas are, the Bellas and that redhead, and the redhead, Eve's got herpes. That's the only good thing about her being in there, is the fact that now I have somebody to say Eve has got herpes too. But anyways, my big bitching and gripe on this is that freaking redheaded skank who looks like a giant fucking tampon, looks like she had a fucking giant used tampon sticking on top of her head, gets to go and be on national TV and in matches and on the main roster, whereas you got women who are fighting and busting her ass in the developmental and in NXT, like Paige, for example, that have shown they are good wrestlers, talented wrestlers, and can work the ring, the mic, and the crowd time in and time out, and they do not even get a chance or a glimpse to be on the main roster. That is not cool. That is not fucking right. That is complete insult and disrespect to any of the people that are working in the developmental. Because I don't know about any of them, I can't speak for them, but if I was working in NXT and I saw that somebody who's on some bullshit reality show gets to be on there for 5 to 10 minutes at a time on a show, and then boom, they're on Monday Night Raw, they get to be on Monday Night Raw, I would be pissed off. Especially with the fact hard to say this, but believe it or not, she actually knows less moves than Cena. Anyways, she wound up doing a really nasty roll-up. It's really nasty roll-up on Tamina, and it was horrible. And either way, next up, final segment of the night wound up leading to a match, in which case, thank you, that was not the main event of the night. They wound up saying they had Steph and Tripp come on down to the ring to come and talk to Big Show, because Big Show has a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against them, you know, this, that, and the other, in which case all I can think is, you know, given what Big Show has in his savings, why bother doing a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against WWE when you could just buy TNA and, you know, make it into what it's supposed to be? Okay? Yeah, that can work. But either way, he came down, said, I don't want to go to court. We'll just settle this. First off, I want my job back. Okay, you got your job back. Yay, woo, yay. Next up, it wound up saying, I want something else. No, not money, Hunter. You know, but wound up saying, next thing he wants is a title shot. Tripp looks at him and says, no, you're not getting it. Now get the hell out of here before I make you. Show says, okay, I'll see you guys later. My lawyers will get in touch with you tomorrow for the lawsuit. And just as he's about to go and head into the back and get to the gorilla, Hunter goes and says, wait, you got your match. And then Show comes back and in a gloating way says, could you repeat that a couple of times? Yep, which, you know, all well and good, but yeah, but my big thing is, if you're going to do it like that, you can't have Show going rubbing it in and gloating like that, because then everything because if they're going to go with the storyline saying that he can go and do a lawsuit on them, then, you know, there's nothing saying that they can't do that with him because of on how he's acting. You know, especially seeing as on how it was on national television and in front of thousands of people in a live attendance, things like that. But either way, they wound up doing that. So they booked the main event. I knew that was coming. It's going to be kind of weird actually cheering for Randy Orton to win that match. But next thing you know, they wound up saying they're going to do a handicap match, 4-on-1 handicap match. You're going to have the Shield and Randy versus you. Big thing I just wound up reading right before this happened, right before I started doing this, started the camera up for this, was apparently when the Shield's music hit, they cut the commercial. Apparently the reason why they wound up cutting the commercial was because somebody in the production crew started up the music early and had them head out. I'm blaming Sin Cara, so because my botch detector is going off the scale. But you know, and that's my big thing on that. That explains on why that happened. Either way, when the match started with that, they wound up going. Show was taking them on one by one, you know, clearing house, and then boom, pyro hits, music comes on. It's Kane in the suit and tie, corporate Kane. Really liking this idea now, because, you know, he looks like a funeral director, in which case all I could think is they can go and say he's looking and doing like his dear old daddy Paul Bearer did. You know, just don't have him doing the oh yes like Paul Bearer did, because nobody could do that like him. And if you're looking for me to do one of my infamous impressions of somebody and have it do like him, no. Only when I'm off camera will I do that. But either way, Kane came down, distracted Show, so that way then Shield and Randy got the upper hand. Kane tossed in chairs, they all started cracking them with it, and then the Shield triple powerbombed Show through a table, and then the show ended. After the show, they wound up having medics come out and clear and help escort the show away, help escort Big Show away. So, you know, like I said, I'm just hoping that, it's going to be weird for me saying this, but I actually am hoping that Randy winds up winning that match at Survivor Series. I've never really been a Big Show fan. You know, but anyways, that's all the time for this episode. So, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, go back, watch all the other episodes. Look for me on Twitter at Tim Vicious. Look for my backup, Tim_Vicious, because I get put in Twitter jail every now and then. Make sure y'all check out Axel Mulligan's blogs. He does them on Raw, SmackDown, NXT pay-per-views. You know, Axel, I know you say that sometimes you're running a little late on it. Ain't no thing, man. You can't rush art. Can't rush art and you can't rush perfection, you know? Also, don't forget to check out Oliver Benz and the Mask Marks TNA Turnaround. Even when I'm not on there, because they're still a good show, good top-notch guys. Always love having conversations with all of those guys. Very good. Always fun to do. Also, don't forget to check out all these cool-ass cats right here on Twitter. My brother from another mother, James Steele JX2001. That Roxy Girl _ it's V Bitch, James, Roxy, and Vicky all got their own YouTube channels. Excuse me. I am Danny Sunday, Monkey Mars, Helen Robinson 82, Meow _ Cakes, Jerry Soriano, Team Custom Made, Cranky Asshole, Stacy Impact W Fan, Legion Lady Aaron, Legion of Nerds. Alright, and like I keep telling y'all, you love me great, you hate me. Fuck yous.